Today I will inform you on depression and its many different types. Have you or someone you know ever been diagnosed with depression? Depression is an ugly beast that rears its head in many different forms. In fact, about 5 years ago I was diagnosed with the most common form of depression, major depressive disorder. However, this is not the only type of depression. Depression can also come in the form of melancholia, psychotic depression, antenatal, postnatal, and perinatal depression, bipolar disorder, and cyclothymic disorder. But first, what is depression? According to Beyond Blue, depression involves lowered mood and lowered enjoyment of usual activity for most days over the span of 2 weeks. However, these are not the only symptoms depression can have. Depression has many more symptoms, ranging from emotional symptoms to physical symptoms, from feelings of guilt to an inability to do work. The most common form of depression is major depressive disorder. According to the ADAA, the Anxiety and Depression Association of America, approximately 16.1 million Americans aged 18 and older reported having at least one major depressive episode over the span of the previous year. Major depressive disorder is characterized as having at least 5 symptoms of depression, with at least one being overwhelming sadness or loss of enjoyment. Depression can also come in the form of melancholia. According to Beyond Blue, melancholia involves the physical symptoms of depression and sometimes even slower movement. Depression also comes in the form of psychotic depression. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, psychotic depression is depression paired with psychosis. Now, in the case of psychotic depression, psychosis symptoms can involve hallucinations or delusions. These psychotic symptoms generally have a depressive theme, such as guilt or fear. And then also, depression can be involved in pregnancy, with antenatal depression referring to depression that occurs during pregnancy, and postnatal depression referring to depression that occurs during the 12 months after childbirth. You may also hear the term perinatal depression, which refers to both. Depression is also involved in bipolar disorder, which according to MERS used to be called manic depressive disorder. It used to be called this because bipolar disorder involves a long period of mania, followed by a period of normality, and an ensuing period of long depression. Now there's also cyclothymic disorder. According to Beyond Blue, cyclothymic disorder is a milder form of bipolar disorder. It's called a milder form because it still has periods of mania and depression, but they're shorter than with bipolar disorder and therefore do not meet the requirements of bipolar disorder. Now these are just a few of many forms of depression. I cannot go into all of the different forms due to time constraints, but I hope that the information I've provided on these few forms helps you in life, because you never know who around you or even yourself may have depression. If you do think you have depression, I severely discourage self-diagnosis based on the information I've given you, and I advise seeking professional help because they have been through school and they know all of it. What you think you may have may not be it. Thank you and have a good day.